Hey guys, this is Ocean. This is going to be my last deck for 2021, even though the walkthrough and flip through is going to go up later in January. I think it's going to be the last one in January, but we'll see. And this deck was not something that I was actually interested in getting. I mean, I kept seeing this deck, especially in the pick a card readings on other readers' channel that I, regularly watch because yeah, it's aesthetically very pleasing and it looks very good on the table. And I always, stopped to look at the cards and I was like, I like that. But when I looked into the artwork and everything closely, I always was like, I'm not connecting with it. But I remain curious. And I've seen this deck, I think this one, but artwork from Daniel Noel for sure on Dao Michel Boho Tarot's channel. So, that's always something if someone that I like and appreciate in the Tarot Tube community likes the deck, I keep that in mind. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to buy it just because, someone is recommending it or just seems to love it, even though I bought the Llewellyn deck mostly because she loves that deck, but I'm not gonna blame her for anything. That's not what I mean. It's just, that's something that I keep an eye open for those decks. But the main reason was, and my nails are matching it, is because I kind of wanted a deck, and that was a very conscious decision that I wanted a deck that I didn't want to buy, but I was curious about to figure out why, So it's part of, I guess, some sort of a shadow work as well, because what is it that I like, I don't like, and it's not that deep as an actual shadow work, but I bought this deck to figure out why I am at some point very attracted to this deck, because look at all those colors, but at some way I'm not, to see what I can learn from it, I guess. So I wanted a deck that I wasn't hyped up about, just to see what's happened. Yeah, I guess I did that. So yeah, I don't think I can explain it well enough, but and nothing is wrong with the deck. It's just me and what I feel and think about decks like this. So it's sort of a challenge for myself, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna flip through the cards, and then I don't think I'm gonna be any, I don't think this is gonna be more useful than just the first impression walkthrough, obviously. But we will see what I will say about this deck when I have an extended period of time working with it, which will happen on my second channel. So if you want to see readings or catch me live doing readings, please subscribe to the second channel. But yeah, let's start with this deck, which is, even though there are cutouts, it's quite. Oh, look at that! You're the oracle, and I already checked, just to see if there's gonna be any shrink wrapped things that I need to remove, and I was cheating and I checked the guidebook a little, so you can actually get certified to become a Virtual Light Oracle card reader, which is interesting, and I'm quite curious if anybody did it, if you know anybody who's done something like that, how can you use that? Because in around the circles that are running, so to speak, I don't think that anybody would necessarily care for something like that, in a way that no one is going to ask for your credentials, or I don't even know, does it boost your credibility in a way, or is just not just, or is it more about growing as a reader? I don't know, because if you get certified, that would means that you can use that certification for something. At least that's what my understanding is, and I'm sitting sideways on my table because my back is hurting. So the light is coming from my right side, so I will try to not block it. But guidebook, it's a very extended one. How do you say that? extensive. So you get a very nice table of contents. I appreciate that. And there are 5 type of cards. You know, confirmation cards, inquiry cards, action cards, activation cards, and transmission cards. And I've seen that somewhere describing yeah. So, you know, these cards have suits. These are suits. And, you know, confirmation, that gives you a black and white answer. I'm not sure if that matters when you pull them just randomly, but, you know, you can find nice description of the card, so you can, you know, read it if you're curious. And then, oh, that's nice. I mean, what she writes here. And you can do whatever you want to do. Okay, so yeah, later. And I need to find time and actual, you know, my 2022 is going to be about reading all the guidebooks that I already have before getting too much new decks. I'm not going to say before getting any new decks in, because I have quite a few waiting at my friend's place to reach me. So I have a few, you know, decks. And this card, so the first one is the Ever Unfolding Rose. I have seen this in a lot of readings recently. So I guess, I don't know if this is, you know, fire or just... No, I for a second I thought that those were, you know, elemental suits, but it's the same for each card, so I guess not. So that's the main name of the card. Oh, by the way, Hey House, the card stock is brilliant. I wish everybody, Llewellyn, would start using this card stock. I mean, this is the matte finish, which, you know, obviously I love the back, love the colors. I just usually don't like this type of collage, you know, collage deck, but I don't want that to keep me away from a good deck. So, you know, this is going to be my dipping my toe into this realm of Danielle Noel illustrated decks, because there's quite a few. I think they work together, Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. I think they work together regularly. I'm not sure if she illustrated all of Rebecca Campbell's decks, but just based on the similarities in style, I think. But it's also a very cool thing, you know, when you find an artist that you can work with. I think that's a really cool thing. So, Ever Unfolding Rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Yeah, I think that's a very hard thing to remember. Maybe that's why I see this card often, because there's a lot of change happening, and there's gonna be a lot of change coming end of next year. So I kind of feel like this. No. Oh, wait, postpone, pause, say no. Oh, I like that we have a yes and no card. That's always useful. I don't really see this card in readings, but this one I like. So, interesting. And I see the yes one more interestingly. They're quite different. Yes, just say yes. So yeah, the art style is definitely not my thing. This card, yes. The other two, no. That's what, you know, kept me away from this deck. But I don't want to limit myself, because I have decks like the Sacred Destiny Oracle, which I wouldn't pick up just based on the art style, because that's just not my style. But that's one of my, if not my favorite Oracle deck. So, you know, let's learn something about myself, I guess, with this deck. You're already doing it. Oh, thank you. Stop overthinking. How? Keep facing your true north. Oh, I like that. And it's you know, it's cool that this person is looking at that way. There's a lot of mountains, but you have to go that way. I can relate to this card. Align your life. Okay. I really like, oh god, the card stock after Llewellyn deck is just so nice. Have you ever, you know, emailed Llewellyn, by the way? I'm thinking about emailing them asking why they did that, what they did with the cardstock. But I think they would just laugh at me and not reply. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? How much time do you have? Answer the call. Also a card that I see often. It's so interesting. Also something else, and if you do this, please do let me know. What I'm planning on doing for 2022 is making a list of every card that I ever pull. I'm just gonna, not from each deck, but I'm gonna make a little checklist for the tarot, the 78 cards for the tarot, and then list oracle decks and under them the cards that I pull, because I want to see which cards pop up during the year. I think that could be very interesting to see at the end of the year. So answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? It's not easy to answer that call. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? The crumbling. Also, that keyword is missing from my building relationships oracle, so I already started adding keywords that I missed in the first ones. So I'm thinking about, if I have like 6 or 7, I'm going to release a second edition. The crumbling next year, probably. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Oh, interesting. Power, huh? I mean, not me. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? These are very good questions. I really like that. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Honestly, I'm kind of digging this style that you get a question with these cards. Because it's good that, when an oracle card is, oh, look at that, the priestess, makes you think about things, not just states something like, this is what you have to do, but more of the, asking questions. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? I mean, it's a very Mother Mary kind of style. I'm not mad at. I mean, I liked how it was blended together. Starseed, what lights you up? I mean, can I just be a captain of a spaceship? That's my true calling. So yeah, what can I do about becoming a captain of a spaceship? No, I don't think I can do that in this life. Trust the niggle. What's the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That's an interesting word, niggle. I don't think I ever heard that. Is it like, like twing, like, oh, what's the other word that I know? Like nagging at you? But very interesting combination of black and white. I mean, this is pretty much a pastel vomit deck, so if you don't like that, that is not for you. But I like pastel colors. I mean, I chase pastel purple lilac as a hair color for years and years now, and I cannot achieve it, so that sucks. Trust your path. If you knew he would be supported, what would you do? Become a freaking captain of a spaceship. No. Warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? I kind of feeling called out by this deck already. Do you have that? Do you ever had that with a deck that you were not expecting a lot from it immediately, even if you had expectations for the deck, and as you did your first checking of the card, you don't have to do that on screen, obviously. But I'm doing that because I kind of feel like I'm talking to someone, and I'm not just sitting alone in my room, which is kind of weird. But have you ever had that when you did your first initial flip through of the deck, you felt called out by it? Because I'm kind of doing that. Break the chain, ancestor patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Oh, okay. I don't think I have a lot to do with past lives. I mean, if anything, I think I lived in the future previously. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. I'm doing, I swear. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be health. I can't read, obviously. There's such an interesting collage technique of a deck. And you know, they're quite different. I kind of feel like there's two different style within the deck. There's more layering, and that's more clear cutting. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connected with nature. I need to. I should do that. It's just so cold and muddy outside. I don't want to go outside. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Oh, we have some snakes here. Here and there. Inner temple. What I miss doing is writing. I haven't written a lot these days, and I just miss that. I'm just answering questions of the deck. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Now, this aesthetic is not mine, but you know, something like this is definitely. Maybe because, you know, it's more clean. I don't know. We'll see. Leap, you were first, and the universe will catch you. I mean, the fool. I'm pretty much the fool. Play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. When I looked at it, I was thinking about Taylor Swift's champagne problems. Share your voice. I see this card a lot as well. Come out of the cave. Persecution expression. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Quite curious what the rose, you know, what the meaning of the rose is everywhere. Soul family, call in your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. We have whales. Take a break, have a Kit Kat. A life's work, not a season. Allow a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. I think this is something that we struggle with because, you know, this is the age of the hustle, which is absolute bullshit. The age of light, it should be. You've been training for this for lifetimes. We have some Egyptian aesthetic. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Didn't even know that Jesus had a grandmother. I mean, obviously, but didn't know the name. Well, I've never been religious, never really dived into. Because frankly, I'm sorry about everybody, but I don't care. I appreciate Jesus. I think he was a cool person, and his life was something. But yeah, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Also, he wasn't white, because that makes no sense. I don't know why we're still holding on to the notion. I mean, the skin color of Jesus shouldn't matter what he achieved and what he was all about, because he was all about acceptance and love, so it's kind of ridiculous. Awakening. I mean, if he was white, he would have been red because of the sun. Awakening. Energetic upgrades. A new way of being. Integration. So sweet. I mean, just imagine it's this hollow, but a hair color like this. Birthing a new age. Kind of feel like an Aquarius card. The whole deck, in some way, feels like an Aquarius deck. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Council of Light. Divine orchestration. Helpers in the subtle realms. Who, I mean, we have Jesus, we have Buddha. I feel like that I'm assuming it's Mary. I'm so not knowledgeable about everyone else in the council. I apologize. Okay, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Not just 6. I thought that those are like chakras. I mean, you know, not chakras, but whatever. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? The future still? Or, you know, in the galaxy somewhere. Keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stands beside you. I mean, if I could afford it, I would go for that. I don't care how much I hate Jeff Bezos, I would go for the 5 minutes. Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. This is a lovely card. I mean, with the rainbow and the colors. I really like this one. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. Transformation. That's a weird one. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Can you even do that? I mean, if you believe in, you know, signing soul contracts before you born, or I don't know how everybody, you know, thinks about these things. Can you even, you know, get out of a contract like that? I mean, that's the whole point if you believe in that, isn't it? That you sign them and you have a job to do, so to speak. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. And I'm so lost on the Akashic records. I mean, if anybody has a good video on explaining what the hell they are and how is it a real thing? You know, how I keep hearing them, you know, like the Akashic records this, the Akashic records that, but I haven't really found a video that would explain them to me in a way that I would actually understand what the hell they are. So if you have anything like that, please comment down below. Even with the link, I will approve it as soon as I see it. Because I'm curious, I want to know. I haven't found a way to, you know, understand. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Okay, this is also a word that there's a deck called Beyond Lemuria. So it is a place. I mean, an actual thing. Yeah, I'm uncultured, unknowledgeable in this aspect. Mintakan. Minta means pattern in Hungarian. Just if you're curious. So it's very hard for me to not read that word in a way that, because it could be Mintakan, but I'm reading this part together. I know you don't care. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Were mermaids? Oh god. Pleiades. Our mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Find it interesting that there's a lot of people who are, you know, working on spiritually raising the vibration. I mean, I'm hoping to do that too as well with everything that I can offer, but there's just so the negativity is also very heightened. So I don't even know if I want to know what's going to happen after the climax of everything, because I kind of getting that feeling that we're reaching a point soon where things are either going to explode in a way, in a good way or in a bad way. So whatever, let's get physical, I mean philosophical. So this is the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. Okay, so I don't know what just happened. I thought that by using the airplane mode and, you know, silencing my phone, it's never gonna happen that the phone cuts out. But I know that Robin is complaining about this happening again, so I think there was some sort of a software update on the older iPhones, and it makes the phone cut off during recording. I have no idea where I finished. I think I said everything that I wanted. But I'm gonna check it as soon as the video appears and see if I have to record something again. But yeah. Oh God. It's happening for me, not to me, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching my video. I know that there's a lot of content, so I do really appreciate for you to be here and being here, subscribing. Even if you didn't, then please do. Yeah, and I hope January is going well for you. Subscribe to the second channel if you want to see the deck in action, and see you in the next one. Bye.